Hello everybody, it's Nick here with Nick Tolman Music, and today we're going to go ahead and teach you how to play Down Home Boy by Kid G. Alright, so to be perfectly honest, this song actually was recommended to me on Spotify, and I had actually never heard of Kid G before, but it had a really cool acoustic riff, and I've been listening to some of his songs. Definitely a cool new artist to check out, especially if you're into kind of the country, pop country kind of realm. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and play the riff for you, and then we're going to break it down and teach you how to play it. So here it goes. All right, there it is. And actually, it's a really fun little kind of pentatonic riff, and it's not too hard to play. So I'm going to break it down into 4 parts and then walk you through exactly how to play it. First thing to know is this song is in the key of E major. The kind of overriding chord progression that's happening is an E major chord going to a G sharp minor 7 chord, going to a C sharp minor 7 chord, and then going to an A, kind of an A chord. It kind of does that walking, which is kind of like a A major 7 to a A6 to an A. But that last chord is mainly just an A chord. All right. Now, breaking the riff down. All right. So you're going to start up here on the 7th fret of the low E string. And basically your first step is this little walk up. Okay, so now the first kind of half of that part is essentially that, just a walk up. So you're going to start here on the 7th fret of the low E string with your first finger, and then you're going to hammer on to the 9th fret of the low E strings, and then go up to the 7th fret of the 5th string. Right? So again, starting on the 7th fret, hammer on with your 3rd finger, and then move up to the next string with your 1st finger. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and place your 3rd finger on the 9th fret of the 5th string for this slide up to the 11th fret. And then your 1st finger is going to go ahead and get placed on the 9th fret of the 4th string. So right here you have your 3rd finger on the 11th fret of the 5th string and your 1st finger on the 9th fret of the 4th string. So I'm going to do that real slow for you. You'll notice that primarily you're just using your 1st and 3rd finger actually for most of this this riff, all right? Kind of in that pentatonic kind of box, right? All right. Now, that is the first part of the 4 parts of this riff. All right? Not too challenging. Now the second part is kind of a big slidey thing, and what's going to happen is you're going to shift back down starting with your 3rd finger on the 9th fret, and you're going to do this. So you're going to slide, you're going to pick, slide up to the 11th, and immediately back down to the 9th. And then pull off, you're not going to pick again, but just pull off down to the 7th fret of the 5th string. So that whole thing is on the 5th string, right? All of that is a single pick. And then pick one more time with your 3rd finger on the 9th fret of the 5th string. All right, so that whole thing is just kind of the center base for that second part is your 3rd finger here on the 9th fret of the 5th string, You're gonna do a quick slide and slide back, pull off, and then back down for one more pick on that 9th fret. All right, so that part all together sounds like this. All right, so the first and second part together. Right? Okay. Now, the third part is very similar to the first part. The beginning is actually exactly the same. Up to that point, it's exactly the same. But what's going to happen here is, again, you're going to walk up from the 7th fret of the low E string up to the 9th fret of the low E string, and then up to the 7th fret of the 5th string, right? And then we're going to slide from the 9th fret up to the 11th fret, just like we did before on this 5th string. But instead of doing this, coming back down, what's going to happen is we're going to go, right? What I'm doing is I'm barring across the 9th fret here with my first finger. So once I slide up with my 3rd finger, I've got my 3rd finger on the 11th fret of the 5th string. I'm just going to bar the 9th fret from the 4th string on up. Right? And that's what's going to happen. So all together, nice and slow, that goes like this. All right. Very similar to that first part of the riff, which was, all right, but it goes like this. All right, and then there's one more part, and then it kind of shifts up here to the upper strings. You're gonna start with your 3rd finger on the 7th fret of the 2nd string. You're gonna pick that along with the open E string. And you're gonna slide up to the 9th fret, just like we've done a lot of. And you're always picking the top 2 strings together, so you get that slide. Then 1st finger on the 7th fret, and then down to the 5th fret, picking both together, so it's a unison note, right? All right, and honestly, that's probably the easiest of all the parts. I mean, really all of them are pretty easy, but that 4th part is not bad at all. So just as a review, starting with your 3rd finger on the 7th fret of the 2nd string, sliding up, but you're gonna pick the 2nd and 1st string together. All right, so all the parts together goes like this. And there you go. Hope you enjoyed this lesson. Definitely subscribe if you haven't already, and stay tuned for upcoming lessons. See you next time.